Now all we have to do is spin it fast enough, give it enough angular velocity to bring it to life. I think we should do this by decreasing its radius, thus increasing its moment of inertia, which will also increase its angular velocity because they're like together.
No, that's not right. If you decrease the radius.
Assistant to the scientist. Know your place, son.
Okay.
Know your place.
Okay.
All right, let's try this. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's working. It's working.
He's a perfect specimen. He's a perfect specimen. You must love protein. Come on, Kyle. I'll get you help. I'll get you help. Conrad, we need your help.
So what happened with Kyle?
Well, you see, we created life, and in a fit of mad rage, it attacked Kyle, severely injuring him.
How was this creature created?
Well, you see, we created a life form that, if given enough angular velocity, would spark life. So we decreased the monster's radius by putting its arms inward, thus increasing its moment of inertia and also increasing its angular velocity.
And you learned nothing?
No, I created life. I did something right.
Let me refer you to my handy-dandy sheet of rotational momentum. You see, when you decreased the fiend's radius by bringing his arms inward, you decreased radius, which you said, yes. However, if you decrease radius, that means by extension, moment of inertia must be decreased, excuse me, you're getting in my brain, as well.
Which means that his angular velocity will also decrease with it, because they're related.
No, not at all, actually. You see, the law of rotational momentum states that for an initial moment of inertia and an initial rotational velocity, that equals the final moment of inertia times the final angular velocity.
So, rotational momentum is equal to the moment of inertia multiplied by the angular velocity?
Yes, correct.
Is that kind of like translational momentum?
This is derived actually from the translational law of momentum. So, moment of inertia acts like mass, and angular velocity acts as translational velocity. So now, when you decreased this fiend's moment of inertia, what happens is by extension, the angular velocity must increase to keep this law constant. Does that make sense? Now, to clear up, for this law to be applicable, two things. The net torque acting upon the object must be 0, and the object is rotating upon a fixed axis, or, might I add, an axis through its center of mass, whose direction vector is unchanged.
I understand all that, but how do we stop this monster?
I surmise that we will need to increase his angular velocity to a magnitude greater than whence he was born. That means we must decrease his radius, even more decreasing moment of inertia.
All right, let's do this.
Let's get to work.
Kyle, come on. Kyle, come on.
Kyle!
Kyle! No! Kyle, please. Kyle, please. Kyle, come on. Kyle, please.
No!
Dr. Meyer, I'm sorry, but I've got some bad news.
What is
Your
it?
father, he's dead.
No. No. No, you'll decrease his mass.
That's exactly what we want. Law of conservation, remember.
Because I'll decrease his moment of inertia, thus increasing his angular velocity.
Exactly, let's go.
Oh, man. Oh, don't mind if I do. let me just get in. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Luke, buddy, we did it. How? We decreased the radius by bringing in his legs. Did we decrease his mass?
Yes.
Oh,
He exploded, Luke. We won.
I don't think I can make it.